Want me to go on lead in, or you about to lead in?
I got you right now. What's going on, everybody? This is Afi Kingdom. We got a special guest. Let me go ahead and bring my brother on first. Introduce yourself, and then we'll bring the guest on. What's going on, my bro?
Yeah. Appreciate you for having me on, man. I go by the name of AV, aka Alpha Villains. Y'all already know who I am. I got a morning show, Finish Your Breakfast with AV. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Alpha Villains. The goal is to teach men how to think and act like a man. I'm looking forward to this one, Fee. Let's go.
For
Let's
sure.
go, my man
Yep.
Chase. Go ahead, brother. Introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are.
For sure. For sure. My name is Chase. Just Chase Music. I'm a musician. I'm 29 years old. I'm from PG County, Maryland. Uh, I do business marketing consultation for some of the biggest brands out there in the world. I create custom jingles, songs, providing brands with exclusive high quality content to utilize in marketing campaigns, ads, commercials. So through music, I make it much easier for listeners to understand what a brand offers, what separates them from others in the market, and to why they're the go-to and authority in their industry. And then on the back end, I connect a lot of situations behind the scenes. So, you know, it's a little bit about what
Let,
I'm going through.
let me give you some
Awesome.
props real quick. I didn't know you were 21. You are a very respectable cat, bro. These young cats is not bred like that no more. I thought you was a grown cat. I mean, you grown, but you get what I'm saying. I didn't
No,
know you was like
I'm
that. 21.
29. I said 29.
Oh, I'm about to say. I mean,
Yeah.
you still a respectable cat, but I'm just saying, 21. I'm like, oh man, these 21-year-olds, they don't be giving a shit about the older cats, man. They be disrespectful as hell.
No,
Hey,
for sure.
you look like you want to say something. Go ahead, brother.
Nah. I agree, man. That's awesome. What you're able to do. I think it's a lost art, and it's a very intricate part of a lot of things in the content. It's kind of like a score, like a music score. Like you can see a scene, but when somebody adds a particular music or particular score for that particular scene, it enhances it. So what you do is a vital part. And a lot of times with content creators, sometimes we miss that punchline effect. So what you do can definitely have a nice transition into what we do here in the Manosphere / Red Pill, because a lot of times we do a lot of shorts and stuff like that, and sometimes we're missing that sauce. So I think what you provide might definitely be something that everyone that's gonna watch this video can take advantage of. Hopefully,
Exactly. I appreciate that, King. Thank you very much.
So you 21. So you came in this Instagram
29,
game.
29.
29. Excuse me. You came in the Instagram game in with the real wave as far as I remember Instagram used to just be for pictures, and it just kind of transitioned into like people creating content and influencers and stuff like that. What do you think about that? Do you think that that's a good thing, or do you think that there's a lot of false prophets nowadays and they're teaching people the wrong thing?
It's a great thing. It just really comes down to the discernment and discretion people have to know who they want to work with, or who, what direction they want to go. Because I mean, now in this day and age, the platform's right there in front of us. So, anybody can just say they're this, say they're doing that, but not have the foundation to prove it. The proof is in the pudding. So I mean, it's a good thing. It's a bad thing, but it just depends on how you use it. But it's a great platform. I've closed a lot of my deals through Instagram, made well over six figures through Instagram, creating custom songs, jingles, and then just getting in contact with a whole bunch of different people. I have a huge network. I wake up every day in the morning, 7, 8 o'clock, and I start reaching out. I'll be like, hey, hope all is well. Have some things I'd like to discuss with you regarding your brand. May have a moment of your time. And then after that, it's really just a numbers game. And then, with that polite approach, a lot of people hit me back, and I'm very intentional with what I want to get out of the conversation and the value that I can provide. And then on top of that, on the back end, just like this video message right here, how we're doing, like the videos there, this is how I do my video message, business pitch, and everything like that. And it's all through Instagram. So, it's a great platform. We just got to utilize it, and yeah.
I got two quick questions in the AV. And you probably want to have something. It's just before because I forget, man. The first thing I want to know is because I see how long have you been growing on Instagram, and how did you grow your brand?
For sure. So music, music is my passion. I'm about to answer your question. I'm about to tell him the long roundabout way, but music is my passion. I actually ended up making it to the music industry. Was living out in Studio City, North Hollywood. Worked with some celebrities. Wrote for some celebrities. Had some major record labels that offered me some opportunities. it wasn't for me. I slipped back into obscurity, and it was shortly after that to where I took my music and married music with business, and then I started doing that. So that was like 5 years ago, 2017, when I got away from the music industry. And, I always knew that I wasn't ever going to work for anybody else. So I just had to figure out how I was going to, monetize, scale everything. And then, you know, it just happened, trial and error day after day, gradually building a brand, reaching out to people day in and day out, following up with people, building those genuine relationships. And then it's just, compound effect, domino effect. So that's kind of how I built that as well. And then, I wrote a book, which is a step-to-step guide on how to expand your social media network engagement, get in contact with the people that you want to get in contact with, and ultimately gain more momentum and awareness for a brand online non-traditionally. So a lot of those tactics that I use in that book, are how I've grown my brand and gotten in contact with a lot of these people. So yeah,
I'm gonna cop that too.
for sure, I appreciate it.
Yeah, send me the link for that. I'm gonna cop it after the stream.
Appreciate it.
I didn't hear you, brother.
Did you say you had a second question for him before I asked my question?
Oh no. He kind of bundled them up together.
Cool, man. Yo, congratulations to you, man, writing the book, man, being so young. 29, no disrespect, but a lot of 29-year-olds that I come across are goofy as fuck. You sound like you're very focused, which is awesome. Let me ask you this, man, because Afi and I are in a space of male improvement. They use the word simp a lot and shit. I'm an older cat. Afi's an older cat. And back in the day, in order for us to get busy, we would do the mixtapes and shit, make a tape for a broad, or we would make babies to music, shit like that. But nowadays, men are ashamed for liking love music, or ashamed to write and listen to R&B music. So let me ask you this. We all know that women are the biggest consumers and they buy everything. But what's your take on, even though you're young, what's your take on today's music versus yesterday's music? And do you think is there a market for men to be real? You know what I'm saying? Like a real G and speak the way it really is and still resonate with women?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a tricky one, man.
Right.
And I think it's just about how the way you format, and structure it. I mean, today's music is lacking a lot of substance and whatnot. I'm a very deep, very spiritual person, critical thinker. So like, I got an 18-song album dropping here soon and a 9-song EP. And everything I'm talking about in that is like more like, it's very different, conscious stuff. And then we're talking about, the simple stuff, how these out here validating these women, these modern women nowadays.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, we could talk about that all day. I'll get right into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I watched Fresh and Fit, I actually reached out to Andrew Pate. It was July when I was in Fort Lauderdale. Had a brief discussion with him about through Instagram about doing a project for him, and then shortly after that, he got banned. But yeah, man, I'm really into that, and I'm a real advocate on being masculine and doing the things that we gotta take care of. So like when it comes into the music, you can do. You just can't be too. I mean, I don't know, man. It's a difficult one. You can't be too selfish. You can't be like putting your emotions out there too much, because people gonna leverage that and they gonna turn it into something else. So it's just
you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy because like when I started listening to like when I went down the rabbit hole with the red pill shit, there was like R&B music. There's a lot of simp shit. There's a lot of simp shit going on. And when I started listening to the music, back to the music, I'm like, damn. I was conflicted. I'm like, yo, they're right. They are doing simp shit. But for me, I really don't give a shit because I've been there, done that. I've done simpish things and I've done dumb shit. But I also know that as men, we gotta tell women what they want to hear before we can even kind of like embrace them and show them the game that we have. So the music situation, I don't really care because when I go to a club, I want to go to a club full of bitches dancing, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go there and be on some hardcore shit with a bunch of niggas. So at the end of the day, there's a fine line between music and what we apply towards life. And I think it's very important what you do, because I know Afi and I, it's difficult for content, the shit that they say on these YouTube streets, to translate into real life, my nigga, because a lot of the shit that these niggas talk about, most of the niggas that are supporting it can't even do it.
Facts.
So it's goofy as fuck, my nigga. So it's like damn, it sounds good. They give you the stats and all that shit. They use big words, but at the end of the day, my nigga, it's like the music. Like you write for abroad, it sounds good, but like most niggas can't do that shit. It's all goofy and it's all dreaming.
Big facts. No, I feel that for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Crazy.
Let me ask you about the jingles. What's the process of that? How do you get that done, brother? If somebody wants a jingle, if I want a jingle about my books, what's the process of that?
You cut out a little bit.
I said if I want a jingle about my books,
you cut out a little bit.
You can't hear him. I don't know if you can hear him, but he basically said, you may want to lower the music a little bit, but he said he's asking about a jingle. What's the process on jingles? Let's say Afi wants a jingle for his books. What's your creative process, and how does he go about taking advantage of that?
Gotcha. So this is what I do with the brand. So if we work, I send them snippets of original exclusive beats. I let them choose the beat instrumental that they want for the custom jingle song for the brand. After they choose the beat, I begin to brainstorm, browse through the website, social media, YouTube links. I take copious notes on all the key details that I would focus on in the song for the brand. After I take my notes, I have them email me a bullet point list of the main things they want me to focus on while writing, the main things they want new listeners and potential customers to know about their brand. After I dissect that content, I piece everything together. Then if anything needs to be changed, I'll go back to the drawing board and fix what does need to be changed. And those are the revisions. So I've done over 70 plus projects right now, worked with brands and businesses in different countries and all through this Instagram platform. Personal brands, businesses, corporates, you name it. It can be wine brands, dog food, hotel resorts, motivational speakers, financial advisors, marketing agencies themselves. And then on the back end, I provide storyboard outline commercials that'll evoke the emotion necessary to give that brand more of a competitive edge. So the songs and transitions matching with that visual representation that allows that project that's specifically tailored to them to claim subconscious real estate in their mind. So whenever somebody hears that, or that's the first thing they're going to think of, this is the go-to and authority in that industry, and it changes the whole energy dynamic of their brand and how they can continue to move. And then beyond that, there's so many different methods of utilization, especially with all these other platforms out here, nowadays. So I mean, there's just so many different things you can do.
That brother is focused.
Let me ask you this. That's awesome. Now let me ask you this. I know that you said that you're single, so you said something very important in the jingles. You tap in, you do a lot of triggering and shit like that. So like, let's talk about relationships real quick and what you see out here, because again, you are somebody who has to cater to a lot of clients based on your business model. And we already know that women are the biggest consumers, etc. What's your take on the status of relationships nowadays and shit? I mean, I know you're relatively young, but what do you see? What do you think are the biggest challenges that men are facing right now with women?
It's there's so many different things. There's so many
right.
There's so many moving parts to that. But one thing about me, I got a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? I'll throw that out.
Just throw that out there real quick. Yeah.
I'll throw that out there. And I travel to a different country almost every month, so I got women out the country, Croatia, Ireland.
Okay, now we like to start having different conversations.
Let's go. Yeah, you came in here like the R&B thug. Now you talking that real shit. Let's go, my nigga.
No, facts. But I mean, nowadays with these modern women and just the conditioning, they trying to emasculate the black male, and there's a lot of different things.
Yeah, you're right.
Going on behind the scenes, agendas. They're trying to keep us away. They're just trying to break us down. And the modern women nowadays, it's crazy. The entitlement. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact of them going through life wanting to get as many bodies as they can, and then wait till later to go ahead and try to settle down with that good man, or you know what I'm saying? It's just, I mean, there's so many different things that we could touch on. But my take on relationships right now, my business is my relationship. That's my focus. I'm honed in. All my attention and energy is focused on that. I'm doing semen retention right now. I've been practicing that. And focus level and energy is
you focus, bro. There's a reason why you did 70 projects and you doing your thing, my nigga. You focus.
Yeah.
Locked in.
Appreciate it, man. So,
how is it dating before Clout and after Clout?
So I had a shawty that I was with for a long time. She was there with me, you know, through me getting stabbed, going to jail. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't have the what's the word I'm looking for? You know, we're built for like women aren't built for masculine problems the way that we are, so we can
Mm.
see a vision and go through that tough time to be able to thug it out until we get there. And it's just something she didn't see. You know what I'm saying? It was like I was here, she was with me, then I made it out to LA and almost signed millions of dollars, decided not to go that route, came back. So my thing is more so like if you see me, I can make it here and then come back. I can build this back up on my own. But it's just the friend groups around, the influence from the friends, family, and just so many different things, that apply to that. So that particular relationship didn't work out. It turned into a lot of gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? That
Oh, that's
my
the
my,
worst.
my
Well, I'm
girlfriend,
sure. I'm sure she's sick right now, though.
sick as shit. She's sick as fuck.
She's
Yeah.
sick as fuck right now. But you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Me and Afi talk about this all the time. And I will say this for me.
Mhm.
A woman that was a ride or die and shit, and who kind of almost made it till before I made it, they
Mhm.
get credit for me. Like I still have a soft spot for them, like because
Right.
I put them through some shit, not
Yeah.
on purpose, but they roll with me. So sometimes they deserve a special place. But at the end of the day, like you said, women aren't built to handle masculine problems, and
Mhm.
this is what makes us very different, men and women.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, man, sometimes her needs will become bigger than your dreams. And now let
Mhm.
me ask you this. You said you were with her for a while. Were you
Mhm.
ever conflicted? Did you ever consider giving up your dreams just to make her happy, only to find out, nah, this bitch ain't never gonna be happy?
Yeah, early on, like, cause I worked at Foot Locker, I worked in the mall, worked in factories and whatnot, and I was chasing my music earlier then, and that was around like 19, 20, and then there was a small period, and that's like 10 years ago. So it was a small period to where I remember we were driving down the road one day, and I was like, "You're right, I should go. I'm gonna go get a job." You know what I'm saying? And like, cause I was grinding, doing my music and everything, and like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Nowadays when you tell people like you're a musician and you're gonna make it, they're like, "Oh, this nigga rap." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, they look at you crazy. Yeah.
it's crazy. And there was that point to where that was the only time. But after that, like, um, after going to LA and whatnot, and coming back and having that opportunity and realizing the magnitude of the opportunity, and realizing one, I didn't need any validation from any outside source, and then coming back, I was
Mm.
going to figure out. It was shortly after a psychedelic trip that I had that really put things
Mm.
in perspective, that broke me mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What?
it,
Microdosing?
no, no, no. I actually
What?
took a 9 gram shroom trip the other
That
day.
shit's crazy. Yeah, yeah. A lot of niggas. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, okay, okay. Got you.
Yeah, but going deep, I like tapping into different
Yeah, you
realms and
tapped it.
bringing back.
Yeah, I'm
Bringing
scared
back
of that shit, my nigga. But yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's
Get
Hey,
like,
scary.
I did shrooms and I did with whitewater rafting, bro. I can't. That nigga, that was the fire experience, bro.
Yeah,
I know,
Whitewater
man.
rafting on the shrooms, bro. That was exciting as fuck.
I
yeah,
know, but
I
damn, my
felt like I
nigga.
was in an action movie.
yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
like the Black Tom Cruise and shit, nigga. You do
yeah,
wild shit. So you
Hey, let's.
tapped in. Okay, got you. Go ahead, my boy.
for sure.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you. Well, I want to ask you about the speaking in the speaking engagement set. But before that, lastly, what's your take on like the poly thing that's going on? That's kind of trending, and your take on marriage and as far as getting married one day.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm my brain isn't that far ahead as far as thinking about marriage for myself, but I'm not opposed to that at all. If I ever do get married, that probably will be the case. You know what I'm saying? Unless I really find that joint that's like we connect on a deep spiritual level, and it's like she satisfies every need, and we just mesh and go well together. But I haven't seen that or any indicators or signs
Right.
of that. So right
Yeah.
now, business and everything. But the poly stuff for sure. I mean, I think there's a lot of benefits to it. You know what I'm saying? And um, the monogamy. One, men aren't built for monogamy. Two, it was forced upon us. You know what I'm saying? It was put in this system. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, there's so many different things that go with that. It's just like the double standard. Like, all right, like so, if you got a girl, if you got a girl and she smashed somebody else, or the other way around, it's not the same thing. It's not the same effects. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like on the end of men having multiple wives, is that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
multiple wives or multiple girls. But you know what's crazy too? A lot of me and my niggas and shit. You know what I mean? Being an older cat. You know, to be honest with you, bro, real shit.
Mhm.
Having side bitches made me a better nigga man for my main bitch, bro.
Now,
You know what I mean? And a lot of niggas will secretly high five me and shit because they can't say that shit because their girls watch me or their wives, whatever. But at the end of the day, when you able to release on another bitch and shit, it makes you first of all, I've been in situations where I appreciated my main bitch after my side bitch fucking annoyed me or like it blew up. So I was just, oh my God, I love you, babe. You know what I'm saying? Like, give her an extra stroke because the bitch is out of pocket. Or I just broke up with her silly ass. Or on the flip side, I'm able to vent to my side bitch, and now I ain't gotta talk to my main bitch. So it's like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, like you said, monogamy is definitely not made for men. The problem is a lot of guys think that because they got a cock and balls, they ain't gotta do no work. They think they could just say this shit and it'll fly. It's not gonna fly, bro, unless you that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta be that nigga.
You gotta be that nigga. Right.
You gotta be a hybrid man. You gotta separate yourself from every other man in some form of fashion. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's business, the way you carry yourself, you know, your intellect, what you bring to the table financially,
all of that.
Your vibe, your energy you bring, just so many different moving parts to it. But I agree 1,000%. A lot of dudes out here. Okay, go ahead.
Ain't that a trip? How the main girl who you're supposed to be in love with, spend the most time with, do the most shit with, the bond with the side girl is a lot of times even tighter, bro. And it's like, damn, why is it tighter with the side when the main one's supposed to have all the shit? So for me, I know y'all can't adopt. I can tell you my strategy because y'all ain't gonna copy it because y'all like sex so much. But what I do is I actually get to know the woman first on the friend level, and then if it transitions into a relationship, I can have a side piece vibe in a relationship. But y'all can't copy that because y'all gonna want to hit. So I can keep my shit.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, you know, it's interesting you say that, man. I wonder why the bond is different or better. And you know what's crazy, man? I've tried to incorporate the bond that I would have with a side bitch with my main, and it just didn't work. And then I had to backtrack and say, all right, well, why did I decide to make this one my main? She don't drink and get fucked up like my side bitch, or she not as wild. She's more calm. So for me, I've had numerous women that kind of filled one void. I like you said, my nigga, Chase Music, you say, yo, I have yet to find a woman that's gonna satisfy all my needs. Neither have I. This is why I've been kind of like, you know what I mean, like Baskin Robbins type of shit. But at the end of the day, for me now, like you said, the most important thing for me is that bond, that spiritual level, and that mental. Bro, if you don't stimulate my mental, nigga, I can't even get hard, my nigga. Because I'm desensitized with all the social media. Every bitch is twerking. I'm just like, all right, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal, so it's crazy.
Definitely, man. And to touch on what you just said, like, you know, I'm in a, you know, where I live, my house, I'm in a college town. So, like, sometimes, like, you know, I have some girls come back and whatnot, but they get to talk and they just so young, ditzy, and entitled. I'm like, yo, you gotta go.
Where you at? What part of where are you?
So, you know, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Nice. Tar Heel.
Yeah, but they just young, immature, ditzy. The convo be like, I can't even, like you said, you know, it just, I don't know, man.
It's annoying.
Nowadays, and a lot of it's a lot of older women like that too. You know what
Facts.
I'm saying? Yeah,
maybe the same ones on TikTok and shit with their daughters. Stupid.
Yeah, man.
Right. All these women podcasters, I wish somebody could bury their asses. I don't know where the fuck they coming from.
Yeah, I wish so.
I follow like 3 of them. I just discovered like 500 of them. Like, where are all these bitches coming from?
Yeah, they coming heavy. Yep. And what's crazy, they just repeat what niggas are saying. So at the end of the day, you know, I think we talk about these goofy bitches and shit too. I think it's our fault too, not our fault per se, but it's a lot of niggas' fault that just tolerate this shit and they just let the bitch be goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like you say, you kick bitches out like, yeah, you stupid. You gotta go. I wish a lot more men would have the balls to do that without having to be so concerned with sex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
I called the Uber for him before before they even finish getting their shit
Mm.
together. I'll be like, it's 3 minutes away.
Jorge's on his way.
You gotta go. Oh God, you gotta go.
Jeez.
For
Yo.
real, because I ain't got time to wait. A lot of people they want to, especially like men and the younger men, like they want to appease these women. Like if we vibing and we having a good time and we can actually talk about something, vibe to some music, sip some wine, have intellectual conversation. Like what kind of books do you read? Like you know what I'm saying? Like talk about emotional intelligence or 48 laws of power. Let's talk about some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the times it's just like can't even have no deep conversation. So I'll gladly kick a shorty out for sure. I have no problem.
You know what's crazy though too? It's like they don't even know that they're dumb. So it's
Yeah.
like, for me, I don't care if you did see and shit, but if you want to learn or you
Mhm.
just like so intrigued by the shit that I'm saying, or you just want to, or you're curious, even if you want to challenge me. But these bitches don't even know what they're doing. They're too busy like just talking about some dumb shit from the Shade Room or like Hollywood Unlocked. I'm like, yo, you sound dumb. And then it's crazy, man. I remember one time too. I don't, not even speaking in big words, man. A lot of women will be like, yo, you intimidate me because I'm on some other shit.
Mhm.
And a lot of times back in the day, I used to try to like water myself down to make
Yeah,
a bitch,
yeah.
an insignificant bitch, feel more comfortable.
Come
Now,
on, man.
speaking of, yeah, I'm like, that was
Yep.
goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Played yourself because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, she has to rise up. I cannot go back down. And that's a lesson for you guys. A lot of you guys want to lower your standards
Mhm.
just for a bitch because this is what she's want or she was accustomed to dealing with the prior simp. You can't do that, my nigga.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For instance, and like you just said, you got to rise up. And
Yes.
I was thinking about something today. It hit me like I got this plant right here, and it's it's touching the ceiling, but it's
Mm.
meant to grow.
Hmm.
And now that the ceiling's there, it's not going to grow past where it needs to grow. It doesn't have the proper light.
Mm.
It doesn't have the
Hmm.
proper light. It doesn't have the proper space. So even though the plant is able to grow much more, the growth is not going to happen simply
Nice.
because there's a limit and there's a ceiling. And it's the same thing. You can tie that right into these women. Like they can stunt your, as you know, women are the men's number one downfall when it comes
Absolutely.
to their focus and their purpose and their passion and
Sure.
what they're able to accomplish. Unless you have the right one that's pushing you there, then that can be that that Kickstarter, the one to help you get there. But I mean, it's all about just the same way surrounding yourself around high value people at a higher level than you, that you're gonna grow. But like, if this is the shorty that you're dealing with. If she like this, you're not gonna grow. You starting your own growth, and a lot of the times it's just for a simple nut. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like come on,
You know,
man.
For me, I'm learning, and I learned this about myself maybe the last maybe about 2 months.
Mhm.
You kind of go through your rap sheet and your lineup. What's wrong with me? How come these situations are working out? Is it because I can't find someone compatible? Is the chemistry off? Is the chemistry on point, but the sex is bad? Maybe everything is all good. She can't cook. So what are the things? And I came to a conclusion recently, like the women, a lot of them, most of them, majority, high percentage, their mindsets ain't high enough for me, bro. And see, like people will look at it like if a woman is a lawyer, that means she's such of a status. Yeah, but how far of conversations can we have other than the law shit? You see what I'm saying? Their
No.
mindset, they don't big dream enough. I don't like when I tell women what I really want to do in life and they just say that's what's up. If they don't have no fucking input, they ain't the one for me, yo. You
That's
know what
what's
I'm
up,
saying?
or
So
thumbs up.
it's like like I told you before, you can't sell people gold. Like if you don't see it, then something kind of wrong with you. So it seemed like when I'm in
Mm.
situations, yeah, the dick be good, the dates be good, the trips be good, we look
Mhm.
good, but they cannot fathom the dream that I have, and it's kind of
Mhm.
almost a turn off of me that they can't because it's so clear to me.
Mhm. Definitely. Yep. No, you said it right. You hit it. Yeah, sure.
That's a fact, bro.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
Yep,
so
yep.
it's like I ask women like, what's your typical, y'all niggas don't steal my shit, but this is real shit. What's your typical dream day for yourself,
Mhm.
right? And that's gonna tell you a whole lot about her. She may say, I'm
Right.
gonna wake up, feed my cat, get on Instagram, boom, 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 get ready for work, or she may say some shit like, well, you know what, baby, you probably won't believe me, but I'm gonna be a movie star, and this what I'll be. Okay, now you got my attention. Now you a big dreamer. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna wash my Rolls Royce. Okay, now, okay, you manifesting. You would okay. So now you telling me where your mind can go. You
Yeah.
know, just things like that. Woman will give you a typical a typical response, and then you want to upgrade the response, but the prescription between you and her is different. You
Hmm.
feel me? Your shit is clear. She got the tense.
Hmm.
That's
No,
yeah,
definitely.
absolutely. You hit it on the nail. But let me ask you this, Just Chase.
Hmm.
What inspires you to write jingles and write music and shit? What's your biggest inspirations? Who do you look for inspiration? Like when you want to get stupid, like for me, like sometimes when I want to do a crazy show, I put on some hip hop and shit, some Jada Fabulous shit that I
Hmm.
grew up on, and I go in. It gives me that energy. What inspires you to create your type of jingles and your sound?
Used to be homeless, sleeping in my car, getting stabbed, going to jail. Everything I bring from within, everything that I've been through. So I don't
Mm.
really look. I mean, I know it might sound cocky, but it's just facts. Like
Nah, yeah,
I don't look outside for any outside source for inspiration. You know, it's just in me. It's in my DNA. It's in my blood. Like I wake up every morning, like just thinking about this shit. Like, I can't sleep because I'm thinking about this shit. The
right.
next connection I can make, how I can leverage that next connection to tap into within their network and then do a partnership. And then what can we do from there? And then how, not even
Right.
just the jingles, I'm connecting a lot of, cash flow positive investment deals behind the scenes with billionaires and millionaires within my network that I'm trying to get around these conferences and whatnot, connecting people to speaking events. Somebody has this event going on. I know this person that they want. I connect that, boom, get my my finder's fee out the middle, then continue the process. So there's so many different things. But for the jingles, like I mean, I'm just hungry. I'm just hungry. Like I'm just hungry. So that's where I pull my inspiration from, man. So I
Nice.
wake up in the morning.
Look,
Go ahead,
let's tap into that right now because I know me and my brother, we both want to tour the world and
Mhm.
do speaking engagements and sell our books and shit. So since you're already in the game, what's some tips and for anybody listening, like what's your experience as far as being a public speaker?
As far as public speaker selling books, can you ask the question again? My bad. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, well just the public speaking. I'm saying that's what I'm gonna do. I'm bringing my books with me when I talk.
Oh, right. No, so my book that I wrote is just is digital. You know what I'm saying? So that's the
Gotcha.
easy way to sell it. And I'm very non-traditional with the way I go about that, and then just everything else in general in life. But it just yeah, like reaching out to people through the DMs and building those relationships, and that's where I do all my selling from. But, yeah, I don't know if I answer your question. I think it was a
Nah,
couple.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
What about more of the speaking part of it? When you like speak, when you go public speaking and things of that nature.
like how to get
Yeah, yeah,
into
yeah.
that.
Because I know you did some gigs and you're looking to expand and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah. So for sure. So yeah, I've done four, and I've thrown on a couple myself, and then helped orchestrate some. But it's really just who you know. Like anybody can, if you know somebody, and you're in the right room with somebody, and they have something going on, and they're talking about it, and you have some value to bring to the consumers and the people that are going to be there, then based off your relationship with them, they're going to provide you the platform. You know what I'm saying? If you've done the due diligence, if you've done your work to be able to be an authority in your industry to go up there and speak. But really, all I would say to get into that is one, have it in your mind, be intentional about that's what you want to do. And then two, start networking with people that are already doing that, and then start going to other conferences. And then once you become an authority in your industry, it's kind of easy, after you get in touch with the right people. So, I mean, that's what I would say personally.
I'm trying to get me a TEDx this year. I've been looking at them. I'm trying to
Mhm.
find one that kind of match the shit that I'm talking about and the location where I'm at.
For sure, for sure.
Let me ask you this, man. What's your take on doing what you have to do, chasing your passion, going through so many things that you've gone through? What's your take on men having a tribe or people they can rely on? Do you believe in that? Do you believe in tribalism, or do you believe that every man for himself? Aside from the shit that you've been through, what's your take on men surrounding themselves by other like-minded men?
Oh, I think it's huge. I think it's very vital. I feel like it's necessary, but just to have the discernment and the discretion to know which men you can surround yourself around. You know what I'm saying? Like I travel with my bro Sammy. That's my bro, and when we travel, we on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Like we know cars locked. Are we gonna be here? All right, boom, boom, boom. We doing this. Are we waking up, going doing this? We're going on this hike. We're going to this club later. We're gonna go do this, that. It's just like having somebody to where like you ain't really gotta say nothing that y'all on the same page. You know what I'm saying? And just things like that is huge. But uh, the tribe is good for me personally. Uh, I used to have an imposter syndrome after going through some things that I've been through in the industry and whatnot, and not knowing who's real and who's trying to infiltrate the circle,
Right.
and it get deep, but like so me personally, I'm more of a loner. I stay to myself, but I feel like it's important for a lot of men to get like-minded, strong men around them that are focused and going towards a certain trajectory, and y'all can accountability partners, and y'all can hold each other accountable. And if he says, "All right, I'm not going to do this for the whole year or for the week," and you be the one to hold him to that, and vice versa. Like just shit like that, I feel like it's really important. So a tribe is always good. You're stronger in numbers, but at the same time, knowing how to, I guess, circumnavigate and move and know when to be low and by yourself. If that makes sense.
I think the hardest part of a tribe is having everybody on the same page, man. Because
Yeah.
people have their own vices and shit and I don't even necessarily mean vices like drugs or nothing like that, but just their own vices. Their vice could be kissing their mama ass and running behind their mama and shit. Like, mama say bring the groceries and here you come. Whatever it is, it can get in the way of the major plan and shit. That's the reason why I think that people are in relationships. One of the reasons is because it's easy to sell that dream when it's only one person. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get five people, the whole team, to think the same thing. But if you one person, especially if you my girl and I'm fucking you, so then I got that influence. It's
Mhm.
easier for you to, you know what I'm saying, hop on board than just somebody else who got their own shit going on.
Facts. For real. Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, man. Well, look, brother. What you want to leave the audience with? What's some takeaways? Like maybe just 5 gems you just want to give to people as far as relationships, as far as spiritual, whatever the things come. You can give them all type of combos you want.
Okay, gotcha. So the way my brain works, I'm just everywhere. So y'all got to bear with me. But one, if we talk about the relationships, man, provide value, know your worth. Can't be simping over these women. Can't be double texting. Can't be validating, doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as networking, business. If you want to start a business, just make the decision. You're gonna learn through trial and error as you go. Get out the comfort zone. Meet as many people as you can through the DMs, LinkedIn, whatever it may be. Start reaching out. Be intentional behind reaching out and build genuine relationships, because that's going to change the whole dynamic of the situation. And then just people in general, just go for it. Stay away from the negativity. Just focus in, hone in your attention on what you want to manifest, and write everything down, your goals, and it's going to come your way step by step, one step forward, and just keep that in the back of your mind and forefront every single day. Wake up and get right to it, and just stop complaining and just get the shit done, I guess. Yeah.
Cool, cool. Av, you got some last words, my bro? You want to leave them with?
Nah, man. I think I'm wishing you nothing but success, man. You got a strong head on your shoulders. You're an example of a man going through some shit and really turning his life around and using his adversities to create some fuel for him.
Mhm.
Tapping into yourself and live. And I think that's the best thing that's going to set you apart, your authenticity. No one can really duplicate the shit that you've been through in your life, and that's going to come across your art, your business model, and your energy. So I
Yeah.
just want all men to understand to stop trying to live vicariously through YouTube content creators. Go outside and live your life,
Mhm.
and then connect some dots, because you can't do what I do, Afi, or Just Chase. So at the end of the day, be yourself, man, and you'll have a better life for it, man. Appreciate you for having me on, man.
Cool. Where can they reach you, Av?
Oh yes, I apologize again, Alpha Villains. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Alpha Villains. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Alpha Villains. I got a morning show called Finish Your Breakfast with AV. Weekday mornings, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Cool. Let me
Yeah.
just say mine real quick, and I'm sure y'all follow each other. Make sure y'all follow me at International AFI, and then also at AFI Kingdom Books. You can get the book updates and exclusive content. Follow me on Patreon, exclusive content, or join a membership. Hit me any questions, Mr. King Fee 101 at gmail.com. And if you want to book a consultation, hit me up at dominancemindset.org. Any reaction videos, hit me in the DMs. Just Chase, where can they find you, my bro? And I
Sure.
appreciate your time.
No, I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. My Instagram is right here, JUS Chase Music, and then My other Instagram is my travel page. I post a lot of my personal content on that. Got to keep the business and the personal travel, separate. So my travel page is JUS Chase Travel. My Instagram is JUS Chase Music. I mean, not my Instagram. My LinkedIn is JUS Chase Music, and my Instagram is JUS Chase Music. And I do not have a website. I just do everything through Instagram or LinkedIn. So if somebody wants some work, wants to get in contact with me, they gotta talk to me directly. So,
Oh, good, man. Well, I appreciate your time. Make sure you
appreciate it.
guys like the video. Follow Alpha Villains. Follow Chase. Follow me. Some of you cats don't even follow me and shit. It's fucking weird, but whatever. Um, and that's it. Y'all drop a comment. Let us know what resonate, and I'll have everybody's channel posted in the chat. All right. So y'all have a good one, and y'all take care.
Peace, peace,
Appreciate y'all.
peace,
Thank you.
peace, peace.